I think that my guess for Mad Woman is my best guess yet. Hello, it is now 6:54. Taylor Swift's album comes out in 6 minutes. Last night I wrote down some predictions about what I think the songs will be about, and today it is time to find out what they actually are about. The first song that we're starting with is Cardigan. Yeah. And I had it all pulled up and then my browser crashed, so hopefully this will work. Got a notebook already. This makes me feel like I'm watching Peter Pan. Okay, so just finished watching Cardigan. It was pretty good. I think I could warm up to it, and then like I said, it makes me think of Peter Pan, and then she referenced Peter Pan, so it's not what I thought it was about. I said that it was about being apart from somebody and finding independence from somebody, but she talks about it a little bit, I guess, kind of, but it's mostly about how she is somebody else's favorite cardigan. So basically the opposite of what I said. Okie the first one, the one. Okay, that is the one. On the surface, it's about how, like, what if you had been the one? You're not the one, but what if you had been? And that's not exactly what I said the song was about. I didn't think that it was about somebody actually being the one, so I was correct about that. But other than that, I wasn't really right. Time for the last great American dynasty. I'm excited for this one. Let's see. We have a character. Oh. So I was wrong about that one too, but not completely wrong this time. I said that in this song, her and her love interest would be the last great American dynasty, when it turns out people were saying that about them and their ex, I think. And then now, yeah. This song reminded me a lot of her old songs, which were very, very narrative. I mean, they all are, but especially her old songs like Love Story and 15. The musical style is different, but the fact that there are characters and you journey on with the characters very clearly reminds me of her old music. I think I need to listen to it again. There were a lot of words. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I think I hit this one spot on. I said, put me in exile, shut me out till you believe I would never leave. And this is a duet, so there are two different perspectives. So this could have gone terribly wrong. So basically on the surface of this song, Taylor Swift leaves the relationship and there is miscommunication between the two. Neither one feels like the other one understands or is paying attention. Like any other Taylor Swift song, there's a lot to unpack, but that's on the surface. I really like this one. This is the first one that I have rewound. So I think this is my favorite so far. Very good. Very glad that I got that prediction right. So this is another song that I'm definitely giving myself a little check mark for. In this song, Taylor Swift used the imagery of death to essentially explain how being in a relationship killed her, and how bad it was. And how now that she's gone, this person seems to care and is sad and deeply loves her, but it's their fault that she is where she is, essentially. I said that this song was about how somebody had to protect themselves from another person, and at 43 seconds she says, even on my worst day did I deserve what you gave me. So I think I got it. I've decided that this whole album is like if New Year's Day from Reputation was its own album, or if it was just the background music to the end of Hunger Games over and over and over again, or it could be the soundtrack to Old Guard. I can't decide whether or not to give myself a little check mark for this one. On one hand, the I in this song seems to be pushing everything down and wanting to focus on the other person and not look back into their past too much, and just wants to be in the present moment loving this person. but I said that they would dance under the mirrored lights, which they very well could, but for the most part it's about how the eye is a mirror ball and how they reflect those around them. I think that the eye in this song needs to listen to 2 by Sleeping at Last, because yeah. I decided I am going to give myself a check mark for this because in the, I don't know, it might be the pre-chorus or the chorus, she says, "But I'm still on my tallest tiptoes, spinning in my highest heels, love." So she is dancing, and I said they'd be dancing, and I said they would forget the past, and I feel like that this is kind of that. So, Neverland. I just finished listening to 7, and I really like it. At 51 seconds, she says, "And though I can't recall your face, I still got love for you." So I'm giving myself a check mark. Because she has 7 albums in the past, I thought that she would talk about those heartbreaks and how they are recorded in some fashion, but how she is where she is, and not the same person who necessarily wrote those songs, but it's still a huge part of her. And maybe at this point I'm grasping at straws, but I'm counting it. At 1:37 the line comes up, "And I think you should come live with me and we can be pirates." And this is further pushing the idea in my mind that this album is Peter Pan if the entire storyline was just a set of songs, but an alternate set of songs to Finding Neverland. Throughout the song, a line is repeated and it says, "August slipped away into a moment of time." And then at 1:44, she says, "Back when we were changing for the better, wanting was enough." And while we use some of the same words, I think that my concept was the exact opposite of her concept. Mine was that nothing has really changed, and hers is that everything has changed. So I'm not going to give myself that one. So Illicit Affairs is what you think it's about, Illicit Affairs. And for that reason, I'm not going to give myself a check mark for this one. My concept for the song wasn't completely wrong, but it also was super vague and doesn't really match the song. Not really a fan of this one. This is the first one I think that I have not liked. The rest have just been like, eh. So Invisible String was alright. I didn't love it. I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. I think part of the issue is that I'm starting to get a little bit tired. This is the 11th song of the album, so I still have 6 more to listen to, and all the songs are between 3.5 and like 4.5 minutes, which is quite long for songs these days. But I am giving myself a little check for this song. In the chorus she says, "And isn't it just so pretty to think, all along there was some invisible string tying you to me." And I said, "You pulled a heartstring and never let go of me, don't you ever leave." So the rhyme is there and the overall concept's there. So I'm taking that one. I think that my guess for Mad Woman is my best guess yet. From the very beginning, the I in the song is very angry and upset. It's not a harsh song, but they are clearly upset with the other person. In the pre-chorus, she says, "Every time you call me crazy, I get more crazy. What about that? And when you say I seem angry, I get more angry." Oh, this is basically what I thought the song was going to be about. I didn't think that Taylor Swift would call a woman mad in this album, like mad as in crazy, but I did think she would talk about anger and how anger isn't always viewed well from other people. Going from the bridge to the outro, she says, "Good wives always know she should be mad, should be scathing like me, but no one likes a mad woman. What a shame she went mad, you made her like that." Which I think ties perfectly into my prediction, which was, "I'm a mad woman as I should be, never think I'll let you win." So this one deserves like 100 check marks. I'm really excited about that one. Also, I liked the song. I don't know if I said that. I did like the song. I don't love it, but I like it. And I think I just need to warm up to the whole album. I am so confused by this song. I don't really know what it's about. If I take the lyrics very literally, it seems to be about a health services personnel who is experiencing lots of death or seeing lots of death and is trying to make sense of it, which is very timely for the current world situation. But I don't know if that's actually what the song is about. And I'm so far off. I think the only part of my prediction that might be a little bit related to this song is the fact that I said epiphanies are not for the faint of heart, and this person is seeing a lot of hurt and pain, but I can't accurately judge this because I don't think I know what the song is about. Let me know in the comments what you think the song is about, and if you think I am anywhere near that. So Betty's a really sweet song. I mean, it's really sad. There's James and Betty. I think they're together. I think James cheats on Betty. But basically, this is a song from James' perspective, wanting to apologize and make everything better again. And so I'm gonna give myself a check mark because I said, Betty, love, you still are the greatest story I will ever meet. And James is still madly in love with Betty and thinks she's amazing. So also this song gives me some serious Speak Now / Taylor Swift vibes, and it just makes me nostalgic. There's even a key change. And we are back to being wrong. I got this one so wrong, but it's okay. I really liked this song. It's about how the I in this song would give everything for their significant other, but they can't give them peace, and they want to know if that's enough. So I am guessing that that person is really craving after peace, and the I just wishes they could give that to them, but they can't, and they can only be what they can be. So it's kind of sad, but it's also really sweet, and I like it a lot. I was completely wrong, but that's okay. Now on to the last song, Hoax. I don't know if The Lakes is on Spotify. We'll see. It might not be because it's supposed to be like a bonus track for the CDs, but let's go on to Hoax. I don't know whether to give myself a check mark or not. I don't want to because it makes me sad if my concept and her concept match up. So mine was, I choose to embrace the hoaxes, the stories that keep love real and real. And the lines from the chorus are, stood on the cliffside screaming, give me a reason. Your faithless love's the only hoax I believe in. Don't want no other shade of blue but you, no other sadness in the world would do. So I think I should give myself a check mark because it's the same idea of things that aren't necessarily true or good, we still choose to believe in them because we want to believe in love and because we believe in love. But that's so sad that throughout the verses she basically describes a relationship that has a lot of hard and hurt moments, and the idea that that's what you're choosing to believe in, or what you find yourself believing in, makes me really sad because there should be better. I wish the album didn't end there. I wanted a happy song, and then it just it got sad. It got very sad. Now I'm gonna see if I can find The Lakes. Maybe that's a happy song. So I can't find the track anywhere, so I'm just gonna go through and read the lyrics and see if I was anywhere close. Just kidding, single has not been released. I guess I have to wait the 2 to 3 weeks that it takes for those CDs and all the merch to be distributed to everybody who bought it, and then they'll probably release it, or at least release the lyrics because everybody will have them. But overall, I think I did a pretty good job. Out of the 16 songs that I listened to, I think I got at least 5 of the concepts right, which I'm pretty impressed with. I think that just shows that I've listened to a lot of her music, but I'm happy with that. Let me know, what is your favorite track, and do you think that you'll be listening to this album on repeat, or will you stick to the older albums? All of the above. Let me know.